You don't need to master the whole CAGED system to solo musically. Just tap into these 4 easy shortcuts and you'll finally hear the music in it. Let me show you how it sounds. Let's start with a chord progression you might already know, I Shall Be Released, which the Dylan original version, I'm not sure what key it's in, it might be E, but the band, the popular version, is in E. We're going to look at the Jerry Garcia version, which is in G. So it's like this, we've got G, A minor, B minor, C, and G. We're just kind of like going right up the chord numbers. First chord, second chord, third, fourth, and fifth. But what happens when you try to solo over it using like random chord shapes? It, usually feels kind of disconnected or, or kind of robotic like this, like. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm using the shapes and everything there, but it didn't really sound all that musical, So what was different about the first time, when I played through it, other than I was, of course, playing with the backing track? Well, it's like by playing the same progression, using the CAGED shapes up the neck around the 12th fret and sticking to this one area, you'll hear those boxes, can kind of flow nicely together. So I'm taking this shape right here, and this shape, this shape, and this shape, and just doing it right up here. If the CAGED system has ever felt confusing, don't worry. I've been there. What finally helped me was seeing how the chord scales and shapes actually, fit together. And I put all of that into a free CAGED cheat sheet. You'll find a link to it down in the description below. Now that the chords feel connected, let's add a scale on top of that. So we can just play the G major scale right here. And that just fits nicely into the position here of all these chords, right? This one you just slightly move, but still in that same area. And, most players think that they need to learn like all the 5 different shapes of like, different areas, like over here, here. And, that's obviously helpful, but you don't really need to know all of them. And that can just really overwhelm you. It's much easier to just really focus on one area to just, get the most out of it. And, if you're just using one scale pattern that lines up with the shape that you're already playing, it works immediately. Let's make it even easier, because even the major scale can feel like too much when you're trying to solo musically. It's just, we can just do this. So all we're doing is taking a couple notes out to make it the pentatonic, and then when we throw in these CAGED chord shapes, you'll just see how it fits real naturally and makes for a good framework. Now, trying to target all the chord tones in the CAGED shapes is usually too much, like I was doing before, randomly, if I just right here, if I was like, okay. It's like, okay. It's nice to know that all those notes are there, but it's usually too much. But now here is where it really starts to feel like music. So Triads, they show you the sweet spots, so you're always landing on notes that kind of mean something. And if you want to start using this right away, again, that free CAGED cheat sheet will save you a ton of time. It's got all the shapes just laid out so you can just see the neck more clearly and start soloing with a lot more confidence. Just hit that link in the description below to get it. Now that you've seen how it works, let's go back to the solo from the intro. And can you hear what's really going on? With just one scale shape and a few triads, CAGED finally sounds more like music and not like these big boxes that you're stuck with, you know? And the shortcut makes soloing with CAGED feel much more musical. You know, it really unlocked things for me. But playing shapes isn't enough if you want to consistently nail great solos. There's something deeper that just ties it all together. So check out this video here where I break down a soloing approach that almost feels like cheating. And it'll help you sound more intentional every time you play.